Hi everyone, it's Mike.
And Raven.
We're about to play our first game of Marvel Crisis Protocol.
Yeah.
So in this game, you set the train up first. We've already done all the steps for it, but you set the train up and then you can see how to play it out too. You start with your squad of 10 characters. So that's my squad of 10.
And that's my squad.
Then you roll 5 dice for priority, and then whoever gets the most crits, then wilds and hits, and those on the dice. So we already rolled those. So you have priority because you got more crits than I did.
Right.
And when you make your roster, you have these cards to set up the mission. So there's secure and extraction. So you pick free secure and free extraction, and that's your 6-card deck to make missions. And the person with priority picks one of their cards, either one of their free secure or one of their free extraction. So because you won priority, you got to pick one of your cards. And which one did you pick?
I picked one of my extraction cards. Fear grips world as worthy terrorized cities.
And then I picked the other player plays one of the opposite decks. So I picked the blue one. Superpowered scoundrels form sinister syndicate. And the person was out priority gets to pick the threat level. So that's the number in the corner, and that's the points you're playing. So I wanted to play more of my guys to have on the board, so I picked the 20 threat. So that's the amount of points we're going to play to. And we have our teams already set up, but before the game, you can, after you got all that set up, you can pick out of your 10 roster which ones you're going to use.
Right.
And these are the ones I'm going to use: Spider-Woman, Winter Soldier, Iron Man and Cable, and Domino.
And I'm going to use Squirrel Girl, Gwenpool, the Black Widow, Captain Marvel, Cosmic Avenger, and Magic.
And you also get cards too to use, and you pick 10 of them at the start for your roster, and then once the game is already set up, you pick 5 out of those 10 cards.
The tactics cards.
Yeah. And those are the ones that you're going to play. And those are the 5 I picked. And when you set up your team after everything, there's affiliations in it too. So there's like teams that you get bonuses. So I'm playing S.H.E.I.L.D, and usually there's a leader behind it. So I'm going to use Iron Man because he gets the ability if I'm using the affiliation S.H.E.I.L.D. But 51% of your squad has to be that team to unlock it. So I have Cable and Domino aren't part of S.H.E.I.L.D, but I have 51% of my team, so I can still use S.H.E.I.L.D. And then you're using...
I'm using A-Force. I'm not using A-Force's leader, which is She-Hulk this time, because she's a little bit pricey, and I wanted to try something different with a little more bodies on the board. But Squirrel Girl, Gwenpool, the Black Widow, and Captain Marvel, Cosmic Avenger are all A-Shield. So that's 51, more than 51%.
Oh yeah, only Magic's the only one's not, right?
Yes.
So when there's cards that go for A-Team or I'm using S.H.I.E.L.D, they only target the characters that are in that affiliation. So you couldn't use an A-Team card on Magic.
Right.
And then on each mission card, it shows you set up how the objectives work too. And where to place them. And the person was out priority, which is me, got to pick the table heads. So we already set that up too. I'm going to go on this side of the board. You're going to go on the other side.
Right.
And you deploy free. There's range tools too. In this. The bendable ones are for the movement. And the long ones, those are usually for your superpowers too. So you deploy at range 3 when you deploy. So we'll set that up and then we'll start the game. So we have our squad set up now too. And you have priority, so you get to go first. You know, right there. So you're going to choose your first activation. Also, before we do our activations, it's the power phase too. So Cable gets 2 power because he has an ability that gives him 2, but everyone else gets 1 power. And you don't have anybody gets 2, so you have your 2 power too?
No, if I had She-Hulk, She-Hulk gets 2 power because...
Oh, she does?
Yeah, at the beginning of...
Oh, cool.
I don't have her, so...
Okay. So you said you're going to activate Magic?
Yes.
Okay. And if there's cards at the start too, I have one for Spider-Woman, but I need 2 power to do it, so I can't do it yet. But Magic's going to double move and try to get the red hammer?
Yeah, that's
objective?
the plan.
because it costs a power to interact with those, and that's not an action. You can do that.
Right.
So you have to be an inch away to interact with it. So you interact with it. That one doesn't do anything when you interact with it. It just gives you an extra die when you attack, and you have to spend an extra power if you're going to use that character and use a team tactic card with it.
Right.
Okay, so you use the power, you get to pick it up. That's going to give you a victory point in the cleanup phase now too. And you said, oh yeah, you have to put Tippy Toe out with Squirrel Girl, right?
Yeah.
This gives you bonuses. We need to get a 3D printed squirrel or something, maybe?
Yeah. Yeah, he does a bunch of cool things that I'll explain once she's actually doing stuff.
Yeah, we've played a couple games testing too that he's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
You can throw him at people or it gives you extra dice.
Yeah, and gives you rerolls on stuff too, which
Cool.
is important. So magic has gone. I'm going to put the little
Activation
it's
check mark. It's a check mark.
It's a check mark?
Pretty sure.
Put that beside magic because now she's gone.
Okay, so it's over to me. So Domino's is going to move over to the other hammer, and I'm going to spend a power to interact with it. And she's not going to do her other action because she's not in range to do anything else. So she's done. And I'll pick up that hammer.
So for Black Widow's first action, I moved her up to the red hammer, and she's going to spend a power to pick it up.
Okay, so you have one more action after that.
So Black Widow used her second activation to move up right close to that objective. So now she can score 2 points.
Yeah, because as long as you're even though it's up, as long as you're within an inch of it, you still contest it. You don't have to be on the same level.
Right.
What's cool about these buildings too, they go into we've shown them in our Marvel Zombies game. The sword, do you want to open it too? Because you can decide if you want to put it. Our daughter decorated inside too. So if you wanted, you could actually put the objective inside too.
Which is cool.
Yeah. Maybe other games will have fights in buildings too.
Yeah. And each terrain piece has a number on the bottom.
Yeah, so for when we get to throwing and interacting with them too, we didn't start that. So the Crisis Protocol ones, they have kiosks is too, like the Daily Bugle and everything, but our 3D printed ones, the bigger ones, like the Dice Taxi, that's a 5, we'll say.
Yeah.
The donut shop, because it's big in the donut, is a 4. The grocery store is a 4. And then Homicidal, the diner, and the Subway, we'll say are 3s.
Okay.
Same with the Jabba the Hutt too.
Yeah.
And everything on top, like we have a water tower, those just will get destroyed if they get thrown too.
Right.
Okay. Some of the words will go through as it's happening as we're playing too.
Yeah.
And that's your turn?
Yes.
Because this is about the securing and getting objectives a lot in this game too, I want to get that other hammer because I don't want to give it to you because then you're going to be ahead in points.
Right.
So I'm going to take, because she moves along, I'm going to take Spider-Woman and try to get that other hammer from.
Okay.
Okay. Because I don't want you to get it because then you'll have a point on me already and get an extra dice and more attacks.
Yes.
So she moved along and she has size 2 and the car is size 2, so you can just move over top of it. She also has web crawler, so when she's moving across stuff, it's web crawler and flight are very similar. You're considered size 5, so you can just fly over most stuff. Unless, like if we said that taxi was the taxi building was a size 7, then no, she can't fly over it. So for her next action, I'm going to try to get closer to, because I'm not within 1, I'm going to get closer to the hammer and interact with it with the power.
Okay.
So that's her turn. She got the hammer. And it's over to you. So you moved up for your first
action with Captain Marvel.
Okay.
And for second action, she does have flight. So similar to web crawler, she can just go up on stuff. So she's going to go.
And you put them at the end of the movement tool too when you move.
Yes.
Not before it, so you can put it at the very end.
So she's basically going to go.
And now you have 2 contesting it.
Yep.
When you contest the objective, it goes by the amount of healthy characters there. So most characters, reception, I think it's only the Hulks. I forget if there's only one side. There's 2 sides to your card. You're the healthy side and injured.
Yes.
You can have 20 injured people next to objective. As long as there's the most healthy characters around it, you get the objective.
Right.
So you have 2 healthy ones there, so you definitely have that one now.
And sometimes when it flips over to the unhealthier side, they get angrier. So their stats change a little bit.
Sometimes they lose more health, but then they do more damage.
Yeah. So that's Captain Marvel. And it goes to you.
Okay. So I moved up Winter Soldier up to the blue objectives, which give you cover too. So if you're contesting it and no one else is contesting it, you would get cover from it.
Right.
Too. So I'm his builder ability, which is his first one. That's how you gain power. You have abilities that gain you power.
Right.
I'm going to do Spec Op Rifle and Hit Magic because it's range 5, so I can hit her.
Okay.
And it's a physical attack. So there's physical, energy, or mystic attacks. It's red, so it's a physical attack. And then you would match it for the defense for Magic, what's her physical defense?
3.
Okay, so I roll 5 dice because it's range 5, the strength is 5, and it costs 0 power. Okay. And that's my builder one. Once I do damage, I get power equal to the damage.
All right.
And once I do damage to you, you get pissed off, and every damage you take, you get the power for it. Also, the wild, if wild shows up on the dice before damage is dealt, I suppress you, and for each wild, you lose power. Does magic have any power?
Nope.
Okay, so suppressive's not going to matter. So, 5 dice. Deads, the skulls, can't be modified in any way unless certain people can do them. I know magic can trigger some with skulls, so some Scarlet Witch.
Yes.
So, off your initial roll, every crit you roll, you add a dice to the pool. You never want to roll the dice in there because you can modify dice in your pool. You're just adding to the pool.
Right.
So, I'm not going to re-roll that blank now because I can modify that later. I got another wild. So, you would get suppressed twice. You would actually lose 2 power if you had it.
Yes.
Blanks, dead can't do anything. He does have 1 power. So, because I'm using S.H.E.I.L.D. and he's a S.H.E.I.L.D. member, and I go to my leader. You didn't take the leader for A Force.
No, I didn't.
But I can use, until he gets KO'd, I can use this leader ability. When an allied character is attacking, defending, or dodging during the modified dice step. So I already rolled. We saw the results. We did the crits. So now it's the modified dice step. Mm-hmm. I can spend 1 power. If it does, I can reroll a dice. So he does have 1 power. I'm going to spend 1 to reroll that dice. I want to get the most out of my results. Crit. Now on your... Nice that I can explain that too. When you reroll and you get a crit, we voted past the initial roll step, so I don't get another crit there. Right. Because I modified it, so you can't add no more crits. But it does go if you had triggers with crits or anything.
Right.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because wild counts as successes. 5 successes.
Okay.
So magic, her defense is free for physical.
Yes.
So you roll 3 dice. Sometimes they have benefits for defense. We have some stealthy characters, so they have defense when they get attacked. They get bonuses. Does she get any bonuses?
When she's defending against a psychic attack. So that's the symbol that looks like a little eyeball. The blue.
Yeah,
circle?
There's mystic attacks I found, depending on the army you're using. Don't have a lot. Cable has some mystic stuff. Well, AoE, but I haven't seen much mystic with what we have.
Right. So it's 3 dice.
Okay.
Ooh.
Can you modify anything? If you were in cover, if I had to trace my line of attack through any type of cover, or if you're on the objective, you'd be able to modify one of those dice, but it's a straight attack.
May spend 3 power.
Yep, sometimes your Raven's taking dice reaction cards sometimes, right? So do you have any, there's no reaction cards?
No. So I can't do anything.
So it's just straight?
Yes.
Jeez. So it's straight 5 damage?
Yeah, so she's knocked out already.
Yeah, that's what we found. Some of these games can go quick. It's randomness because of the dice. We've played games where you one-shot characters too, right?
Yep.
And games can go sometimes an hour, like 20 minutes, depending if...
Absolutely. So she's knocked out already. So
wow.
5 damage. See now why I said I was afraid of Winter Soldier?
Yeah. It was all like randomness, right? You can have a random 2 character roll good and hot like that, and they can do...
Absolutely. We've had Squirrel Girl do some crazy stuff off camera. Hopefully she does some on camera. But yeah, it happens. It's cool.
Okay.
But she drops the hammer.
Yes. So when you take damage to your stamina level, so that's the... I always feel the life bar, the little squiggly line. What's that called?
It looks like when
the medical... What the technical term for that?
I don't know the technical term for it either, but when you have a machine...
The lifeline.
The blipping thing.
Yeah, the blippy thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's your life. She has... Freeze, I found, usually have... Because there's threat levels, too. I don't know if we went through that. So that... All these randoms... The little star DNA symbol, or whatever, that's your threat level. That's basically your points. We're playing 20 threat. So that's how you add it up. So he's 4. Most of mine are 4. Domino is a free. Magic is a free too, right?
Magic is also
so most
free.
frees I found have 5 life. 4s have 6. And then it gets a little bit better. Once you have 5s, they have 7. Because Cable's a 5.
And so is Captain Marvel, and she has 7.
Yeah.
So
sorry, Magic.
And you get to put.
Yes. So she's holding an objective. Usually the blue ones that I found were fairly newer to this. The blue ones you secure, so you don't pick them up. You hold them. The red ones you go and pick them up. So if you if they drop it, there's ways to drop it. I know spider foes can knock stuff off of people and stuff too. Right. But you got days, so you drop the token. Majority of the time, if you drop the token, I get to place it within range too. There's certain characters like Black Widow, you get to place it.
Yes.
So I'm going to place that hammer now that I dazed you. So you didn't block any of the damage.
Nope.
So all of it goes through. So all the damage goes through up to your stamina limit. If I overkilled you, if I did 10 damage, I don't get past your stamina.
Right.
So even though you got dazed, you still get the power for it.
Right.
So you gain 5 power, and I gain 5 power. And you keep the power, even though you're dazed. Once you flip your card, you still keep the power, but you lose conditions. Like if you're on fire there's bleed, there's a bunch. Like all the tokens are in there. Stun, bleed, yeah, there's a bunch.
Poison. Yeah, there's a few.
Okay, so I would have 5 power now, and you would have 5 power.
Yep.
Now that he has power, though, you can have up to 10. You can't get any higher than that. I haven't seen anyone that can get more than 10. I know Bishop, if he has more than 8, he actually takes damage because he's overloaded.
Right.
So certain characters can actually get damaged if they're too full.
That's interesting.
Now, I can't do any more actions, which is the top there, but if I have superpowers, I can do them. So I can't do hit and run because that costs an action. I've already done 2.
Okay.
Killbox is I know that's one of the moves you're afraid of.
Yep.
That's a reaction power. If someone moves within 4 me, I can blow up terrain. So right. I can't do that yet. And then his is more for defense. So I can't do those. So he's done now. But if I had a superpower, I could do it. So like Cable, for example, I could have used S.H.E.I.L.D is a defense ability. Omega Threat. If I do 2 actions, I can still do Omega Threat because it's a superpower.
Right.
And it doesn't cost an action.
Yeah. For her first action, Gwenpool's going to move up to that objective.
Okay, so now you have cover.
Yes.
Because you're the only one. But if I'm right next to you, you don't have cover to it. If you're contesting that objective, anyone that's not contesting that objective, you have cover against attack.
Right.
It's also, I think it's cool about the game too, because you're not kind of surprised that way. You know what tactic cards I have. They're not hidden. Before we do the game, you get the sides. It's in surprise. You pick your squad in surprise, and you pick your cards in surprise, and you do them at the same time. But once you pick them, you know what I have. I know there's games where you have your hand and it's a surprise when you play them. This one, I have to tell you each card I have, and you have to tell me each card you have. Yeah. So you can know kind of what's coming to you, because I do have Hell Carrier Strike, so now that you know I have that, you can play off that too.
Yes. But at the moment, I don't have enough power to do any of my card stuff with Gwenpool right now, so she's going to forego her last action to stay with that objective.
Okay. So Cable, when he moves short, so he's the slowest guy on my team, but he can, for 2 power, he can do body slide by 1, and you place a character range 2 of his current position, and I can only do it once a turn. So, because he has 2 power, I'm going to slide up 2. Okay. I power slid in front of Domino, because he works well. He can do the shield for himself or anyone within a certain range. So I want to try to protect Domino, make her even more of a pain in the butt to deal with.
Sounds good.
And that wasn't an action. That was a superpower, so that I still have 2 more actions to do.
Right.
Because Black Widow's annoying, she has stealth, so you have to be within free to target her. I am within range of my plasma rifle, but you have to be up close to hit her.
Yes.
So for my next action, I'm going to move up a little closer. I moved up as small. I'm not contesting that objective, because even at the edge of the building, I would have a 1 inch and I can't hit it.
Right.
So you still have that one.
Yeah.
Even though you'd still be beating me anyway, because you have 2 there. I only have 1 if I was doing it.
Right.
For my second action, though, now you are enraged. I am going to hit you with Plasma Rifle and Black Widow. Okay. So, Plasma Rifle is an energy attack. It has Strength 5. It's my builder, so I'm going to get power for every damage I do.
Okay.
If I roll wild, it has Incinerate, so you catch on fire unless you're immune to Incinerate. Certain people are, like, you can't catch Human Torch on fire.
And I think Captain Marvel's immune to Incinerate.
Yeah, that's, yeah. you can't bleed something that doesn't bleed. Like this, common sense wise.
Yes.
And if you're within range 3, the character may reroll up to 2 dice. That's why I also moved up that close, so I can reroll up to 2 dice now.
Okay.
So because I am within 2, you get to use your martial arts ability, so you add blanks to your total?
Yes, when this character is defending against physical or energy attack targeting from within 2, this character adds blanks in its defense roll to its total successes.
Nice. Did I only roll 1, 2, 3? I rolled 4?
Yes.
He gets 5 dice. So shield obviously doesn't work for offense. I do get 2 wilds, so those count as a hit. And I don't double incinerate. So you are going to get incinerated after damage, after the attack is resolved.
Okay.
I would be able to, if he was shield, I would be able to modify one of those dices and pay a power to reroll. I have no power. And he's in a shield team, but he's not a shield character on the team. So you can't use a leader's ability.
Right.
Because you were in 3, I can reroll 2.
Okay.
I got a crit. The reroll, because it wasn't the initial roll, I don't add on to that crit.
Right.
Same with modifying. That's why Domino's special ability is important, because it says before resolving the crit one. So when you turn it to a crit with their ability, it still counts.
Okay.
So actually 3 went through.
Okay. I'm rolling 3.
You would add 1 to your pool because you roll the crit on defense. And wilds on defense also count.
Yeah.
So you save 2. You saved 3. I didn't even see that one.
Yes.
You saved them all.
Yeah.
Nice. You didn't even have to use your blank 1, 2.
Nope.
Yeah. Black Widow up close is tough to get through.
Mm-hmm.
Even though the damage didn't go through, because as it say, after the effect is resolved, the target character gets incinerate special conditions. So I didn't have to do damage to you.
I still get incinerated.
You still get incinerated.
Okay. And I don't get power, and neither do you, because
no damage went through.
No damage went through.
And incinerate gives you 1 less defense dice when you roll for defense.
Right.
So we just bookmarked it. Let's see, it's incinerated on the character, and they stay after the round. They don't go away. The only way to get rid of conditions are tactic cards that I've seen. There's some that heal you for those. And if you use a shake action, you lose any condition you have.
Okay.
I think it's called. There's one called stagger where you have to shake it. The first thing you have to do is use shake to get rid of stagger.
Okay. Interesting.
So you can keep them on them if you want, but they're going to hinder some of your things.
Yeah. So for her first action, I moved Squirrel Girl up to the blue objective.
Okay. And I can't target Tippy Toe.
No, we talked about that too. It'd be funny if you could target Tippy Toe.
So you have 1 more action, or if you have superpowers or cards, you can do.
So Squirrel Girl doesn't have enough power to do some of the fancy ability stuff, and she's out of range anyway. So she's just going to camp that objective and forego her last action.
Okay. And I have Iron Man left. So I want the point from that objective, and I'm going to be covered, even though I'm out in the open, that thing gives me cover, so I'm okay where I am.
Yep.
So I moved up for my first action. That stupid donut's hard to get you behind there, you're right?
Yeah.
I see I'm not going to say I can hit you. It's a hard... if you move this way, but no, I'm not going to shoot through the donut hole.
Okay.
And you're not within 4 for me to hit Squirrel Girl. So I have 1 more action. I'll see what I can do. Maybe I can sneak something. I don't know. So I do have 1 more action. I don't want to overextend and push a little bit farther to get closer to you, because how priority works in this is I'm the last activation. Now you don't have any, right?
Nope.
So if I had the priority token and I did the last activation, I give you the priority token. Now you have priority.
Right.
You still have the priority token, so you still get priority next turn.
Right.
So I don't want to go right in your face when you're going next in priority.
Yes.
So that's why watching stuff with dazed and stuff and watching your activations comes into play with this.
Absolutely.
Because you can also pass in this. If you have less, I believe you have less actions than your opponent, you can pass.
Right.
So you got to watch when you daze people and that too.
Yep.
Okay, so that's the end of the round. So now we'll do the cleanup phase and scoring. So we'll do your points first. So let's do the blue objectives.
Okay.
So you have that one. That's 1 point. You have that one, 2. You have that one, that's 3.
Yes.
So you get 3 points, and I have that one, and I have that one. So we'll use blue for you, and I'm red for Iron Man.
Okay.
So you get 3 points, I get 2. So you play up to 6 rounds, or the first person to 16 points. Sometimes they come fast. We've had rounds, we did a test one where I got close to like 8 points in one round, so it can go quick or slow.
Yes.
Now we'll go for the red objectives. I have 2 hammers. You dropped, do you have any?
I have 1.
Oh yeah, you have 1 on...
Black Widow.
Okay, so you get 1 point, I get 2. So we're tied now. Spider-Woman has a cool ability. If she's close to someone that's dazed, it's too bad she's not over by magic. If she has free power, she can interrogate, and then you get power from victory points that way too, off of your crisis cards.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Now we do cleanup, so all our activation tokens come off. We still keep our conditions, and the dazed characters would remove the dazed token, and their card would flip to their opposite side. So Magic would keep her power, and you get healed back up to full.
Yes.
Up to your full stamina on the other side of the card.
Okay.
So she would be healed to 5 damage, and you flip their card over, keeps the 5 power, and that's the other side. So sometimes they're exactly the same. It's just their other... Does she still have 5 life? Yeah. Similar. Limbo Step is cool. Yeah, I think still has the same.
Everything looks similar.
Okay. But now if I do 5 damage to her again, she's KO'd and gets removed from the board.
Yeah.
So we'll do cleanup, and then we'll go into round 2, and you have the priority token still, so you would go first. So we'll start round 2. We did the power phase already, so everyone got their power, and you get the first activation. So before anything happens with activations, you have to play that at the start of the activation. I'm going to play Blind Obsession for free power, and Winter Soldier is going to cast it. Play the card. And I was thinking about putting on Magic, but I'm going to put it on Gwenpool because I want to get more out of the card because I get it for when she's on this side of the card and on the other side.
Right.
Magic's already on her dazed
side.
Injured side. What the card basically does is I add 2 to my attack pool dice when I'm attacking my obsession. When you attack me, I add 2 to my defense. So if Gwenpool attacks Winter Soldier, I add 2 to my defense.
Okay.
But if anyone besides Gwenpool attacks Winter Soldier, he minuses 2 from his defense. He's just focused on wanting to kill Gwenpool.
Okay.
So that's how that card works. So I'll play that.
So I'm going to activate Magic. And the first thing she's going to do is she's going to move up to that objective, but within 2 of Bucky. Or, sorry, Winter Soldier.
Yeah, Bucky. It's James Bucky Barnes is the alias on it.
Okay.
Okay, and then that's going to trigger my kill box. So we'll let you move because kill box goes off of the end of the event, not the start. So wherever you place it, I'm probably going to blow up that car. So keep that in mind.
Okay.
So you end your advance there. So now I'm going to trigger kill box. So it's 4 power.
Okay.
And then you ended advancement range 4 within Winter Soldier. So I pick a terrain feature interactive, which is a car because it's size 2. I can pick up the size 3, and the target suffers collision as a terrain creature would have been thrown at it.
All right.
Basically, or collided, it says. So this, and I can use it once a turn. So when objects are thrown or blown up like killbox to you, there's a size on the bottom of most of them where you would say it. So we'll flip it over. So that size, it's hard to see with it. It's size 2. So you add +1 to what it was. So you're taking 3 damage basically.
Okay.
But you get to, because it's a collision, you can try to dodge it. So you use your physical stat to dodge. So the car gets blown up. So you take 3 damage and your physical is 3?
Yes.
So you're trying to dodge this collision. You got a wild, so you save 1. Do you have anything to modify it or anything about?
If I'm defending against, no.
No, so you take 2 damage.
Okay.
So you gain power whenever an enemy effect hits you. So that's basically anything cards, the effect, the things you do on your card, except conditions. So if you had bleed on you at the end of your turn, that doesn't give you power because that's a condition.
Right.
So you did get 2 power because you suffered 2 damage from the car blowing up.
Right.
Okay, now we'll continue your turn.
Okay.
So you said you're going to spend 1 power to interact with that objective?
Yes.
So that's the power there. So you would pick that hammer up, and then you're going to play one of your cards.
That I have to actually pay 4 power for, because now that I have one of those hammers, it costs 1 extra power to do it.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. So
I have another power to do so.
Okay. Yeah, you have 4. Okay, now you have 3 power on magic?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, look, we forgot about that. Oh, well, technically, if we'll do order, you can play that card anytime. So you could have played the card before you picked up the objective.
That's true.
So so you get the most out of it. Okay, so you do the card first, then pick up the objective.
Right.
Okay. Save some power, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So during your activation, you can spend free power to play the card. Choose another character within 2 of magic.
Which is Winter Soldier.
That's why you moved within 2.
Yes.
And then you get to move him free of his current position. And I gain Incinerate. So you port me off something and then give me... That's pretty good to get me off objectives.
Yes.
Okay, so you'll move Winter Soldier free from his position and give him Incinerate.
And I will pick up that objective.
Okay. So you placed Winter Soldier back free, away from the objective. And what are you going to do now on your turn?
I'm going to use 3 power to do Limbo Step, which is this character may spend 1 to 3 power to use this superpower. Place this character within power X of its current position, where the X is the amount of power spent. This superpower can only be used once per turn.
Oh, and that's the one that you can bring objectives with you too, right?
Yeah, it doesn't say
So you can bring
about...
the hammer with it. That's cool, because there's some other teleports where you have to drop the objective.
Yes.
Nice. So you're going to go within 3 of where you are?
Yeah.
So you limbo step back there.
Yes.
And you have 1 more activation.
Yeah, and then she's going to move again farther. She's going to move over towards Black Widow that way.
Okay. And that's Magic's turn. So you move back by the bus.
Yeah, I misjudged my distance. I don't want to put her in Cable's range.
Yeah, because those are the 2. They both have range 5, both of those 2. So
yeah. So she's done.
Okay. So I'm going to activate Cable, and he is going to use his plasma rifle builder attack on Black Widow.
Okay.
Because you're within range 3, I get to reroll my attack dice. So it's an energy attack. And on Wild, it has Incinerate. You already have Incinerate. You can't double stack it.
All right.
So I got 1 hit. Both dead. He's not a member of S.H.E.I.L.D, so I can't spend the power to reroll. But you are within 3, so I can reroll up to 2 dice. Can't reroll the skull, so reroll these. Wild, so Incinerate triggers, but you already have Incinerate, so you're 2 successes.
Okay.
So because I'm within 2, you add blanks to your defense roll, but you have Incinerate, so you roll 1 less defense dice.
Okay.
You would add 1 to the pool. It's not domino, so you do get it. Nice, you made 2. She's so hard to bring. I figured Incinerate would help trying to break down her defense.
Yeah.
But no, she made both saves.
Cool.
So I'm going to do that again. I'll hit her again with my plasma rifle.
Okay.
So rinse and repeat. Come on. Oh, that's a better roll. I get 2 crits, so I add 2 to the pool. I got a wild. So 3 successes. And I can re-roll a dice because I added 2 for the pool. So I can re-roll up to 2. I can't re-roll the skull, so I can re-roll 1. Wild. So 4 successes.
So 2 defense. So she got 1.
Okay, so 3 go through. So I used both my actions, but now I have enough power to do a superpower because that's not an action. So now I'm going to do Omega Threat Level. This character can spend up to 1 to 4 power to use it. Choose an interactive terrain feature within 3 of with the size of the power spent. So I'm picking the donut shop because we said that's a size 4. So I'm going to spend 4 power.
Okay.
Throw the chosen terrain feature medium. This superpower can be used once. So when you throw terrain, I pick up the donut shop and it goes from the characters throwing the terrain's base, not where the actual terrain is.
Okay.
So I'm going to pick up the donut shop with telekinesis and throw it on top of Black Widow.
Okay.
Anyone on the thrown objects, basically you lift them up and place them back where they were. They don't suffer any damage. They get, they don't get thrown with the thing. That'd be
That'd be
a
great.
cool rule, but there's not to make it simplistic.
Yeah.
So once I destroy the terrain, we'll just put that's Captain Marvel back there.
Yes.
So she'll just get placed where she is. Same with the objective. The objective doesn't get thrown or anything. It just gets dropped where the terrain piece was.
Okay.
So he's going to pick up the terrain and then throw it at Black Widow.
All right.
And then it's a dodge roll like the kill box, similar. It's a collision you suffer.
All right.
So that's 5 damage you've taken because it's size 4 plus 1.
Okay.
So terrain got thrown. We're going to roll your defense now. So you're looking at 5 damage. This is a special rule with Incinerate. Incinerate, you get minus to your defense rolls on attacks, not collisions.
Okay.
So
and this would count as a physical attack?
Yes.
Okay.
So you get your full
4.
Oh yeah, because you have 40. Yep. You got 2 and you add 1 to the pool. Now what's the blank thing? I don't know.
When this character is defending against a physical or energy attack targeting it from within 2, this character adds blanks in its defense roll to its total successes.
Now that I don't know because we're newer to it. It's a physical. You're doing a dodge roll. It's not an attack. So I don't know if you get to add the blanks to it.
Okay.
But it is, you would think, because you're dodging from a building. Because Black Widow has multiple things about defense, we'll look up how that attack goes with collision.
Okay.
So we looked up dodging because of getting collided with other players or you're dodging from collision.
Yeah.
You get to modify dice rolls too. So if you can modify it, you can do your abilities that modify it.
Right.
So because the one that was iffy was about the martial arts. If you're within range 2, you can add blanks. The attack came from Cable that was within range 2. The train was next to. We're going to say you can use the blanks. I don't know technically if you can, but that's how we're going to play it.
Okay.
And then you have another ability
called Calculated Risk. While this character is defending against physical or psychic attack, during the modified dice step of the attack, it may use a superpower. This character may reroll any number of its defense dice, including skull result.
Okay.
So I'm going to reroll the skull and the hit.
And you already paid your 2 power.
Yep. Uh-oh.
Oh, well, that sucks. Okay, it's too bad you don't add skulls. But you saved 2. 5 damage came in, so you take 3 damage.
Okay.
How much damage is on her?
She has 3 on her already.
And what's her life total?
6.
So she gets crushed by terrain and she's dazed.
Okay. And that means she drops her hammer.
And you get to place it, though, because of what's the ability called? I think
It's... all that matters is the mission. When the character would drop an objective token, its controlling player chooses where to place the token instead of...
So before she gets crushed, she decides to throw the hammer somewhere?
Yes.
Okay. So Black Widow gets crushed. You are going to lose Incinerate at the cleanup phase, though, because you lose your conditions once you switch card sides.
Right.
But she is now dazed.
Okay.
You also got free power because it was an effect that gave you damage. So you get free power for getting crushed by the building.
Okay.
That didn't give Cable any power. I have 1 power left, so I can't do body slide by 1. He's good. So now he's done.
All right. So I'm going to activate Captain Marvel, and I'm going to spend a power to pick up that hammer objective. So now Captain Marvel is going to shoot Photon Blast at Airstrike, because he's within the 4 range. So we're going to try to do some damage.
And you have Captain Marvel with a fake Thor hammer, scary?
Yeah.
Okay. So how many dice is that?
Normally it's 5, but now that she has a hammer, it's 6.
Oh, man. Okay. And it's energy?
Yes.
So I have 3 defense against that. Okay.
Okay. No crits. But because she got wilds, she could do pursuit. Before damage is dealt, this character may advance towards the target small, but I don't think I'm going to use it.
Okay, so how many?
3.
3? Okay. So I get 3 dice. Ooh. I can spend a power. If this character would suffer damage from an enemy effect, it may use this superpower, reduce the damage suffered by 1. And that's the I am Iron Man ability.
Okay.
So I'm going to spend a power to reduce the damage by 1. Is that up? Yeah. because you're taking 3 damage.
Yes.
So I would take 2, and then I'm going to spend another power to use the Affiliation Shield ability to re-roll that blank.
Okay.
So let's see. Wow. So I block 2 damage. I take 1 damage.
All right.
So I gain 1 power, and you. That was your builder too, right?
Yes, it was.
Okay. And you're not going to advance, you said, right?
Nope.
Okay. So you said you're going to rinse and repeat. You're going to do that again?
I am.
Okay.
So Photon Blast to Captain America. Sorry, not Captain America. Iron Man. 6 dice. Ugh.
Oh, man. Yeah, that was
2.
unlucky. And you can't... Oh, no. You have nothing to modify dice, right?
No, I do not.
Okay.
But 2 hits.
Okay, so I'll roll my free defense. I have... Oh, I used 2 power on him. So I have 1 power left. Okay, free. Nice. Block 2. I'm not going to spend any power because you did 2 damage.
All right.
So he's good. And are you going to advance towards me?
No.
Oh, do you have to do... Does it pursuit?
No. It says may.
But it says, do you have to do damage? Before damage is dealt?
And I didn't roll a wild, so I can't do it anyway.
Okay.
I have to roll a wild to do it.
Okay. So that's... Do you have any powers you're going to use?
No.
Okay. So I moved up Iron Man. I was going to say Captain America again, too. So I can get a range of 4 so I can use my builder on Squirrel Girl.
Okay.
I was close to I was in one of that objective. I would have had cover. But we'll veto that anyway. I would have had 1 extra. I could have modified a dice, which could have prevented the 1 damage, but whatever. We'll keep going play through it.
Okay.
So, but she does have cover. We'll play it for this one.
Right.
So, my builder is an energy attack, 5 damage, repulsor MK2. If I get a wild, I can push a target carrier. Oh, yeah, I can push you away small.
Oh.
Cool. And after the attack is resolved, if I didn't get any damage, I still gain a power.
Cool.
So 5 dice energy. Ooh.
He's angry.
That was a Winter Soldier's good roll.
Yeah.
I added dice to that. Oh, holy cat.
Yep.
Oh, I can't add another dice to that because it was after the initial roll. Can I do any other? There's no point in me re-rolling anything else. No. And yeah, if I had to, I can't multi-push you. I can't push you. It's just as soon as it triggers the wild. There's certain ones that do individual, like Spider-Woman. Each wild I could do poison stun type of thing.
Right.
So 6 successes. What's Squirrel Girl's energy defense?
3, but she's in cover, and she can reroll up to 2 because of tippy toe.
Okay.
So I got 1 success because I got a wild. I can turn one of these into a shield.
And you can reroll?
And I'll reroll the last one. Blank.
So you would block 2, 4 damage would go through.
Okay.
So you gain 4 power, and so do I, because that was my builder. So he's out of activations, and he doesn't have a superpower to shoot anything. But I do have some power now to do some of his stronger attacks next turn.
Okay.
So, and I can use Jarvis too, one of his abilities. I can add dice to other people's rolls too, that are within range. So, that's Iron Man. It's over to you. So that was a weird instance that we haven't realized before too. I did push you away because you had riled. The token code, when you start the game, Tippy Toe stays next to you. It doesn't even, I guess it stays within an inch or how the token works. But I pushed you away. Tippy Toe doesn't go with you.
No.
Because you have a rule that it's 0 power. What's it called?
Tippy come back. When this character is targeted by attack, it may use this superpower. Move the Tippy Toe token to this character from anywhere.
So when you're targeted by attack, that was the effect of the attack pushing you back.
Yes.
So when I target you next time, you can play that power.
Yeah.
Because you got pushed away after the target. So Tippy Toe is there right now.
So I'm going to activate Squirrel Girl now. She moves medium. So I'm going to move her back up by Tippy Toe and the blue objective.
Okay.
So Squirrel Girl is going to pay 2 power to do Army of Squirrels, and I'm going to do it at Spider-Woman.
Pissed off for pushing it away?
Yes.
And now she's going to throw squirrels at me? Okay. So what's that? That's
it's a physical.
And why would that be an energy squirrel? That'd be weird.
That would be funny. So it's 6 dice.
Okay.
And if this attack deals damage after the attacker's resolved, the target character gains the bleed and stun special conditions.
So I'm immune to poison, so yeah, you can do that to Spider-Woman. 6 dice too?
Yes.
Nice. And you don't have a hammer, do you?
No.
Okay, good.
And if I do damage before the damage is dealt, if the target character is size 3 or less, I can push them small.
Okay. Push them away or push them towards, does it say?
Pushes the target character small.
Okay, so you can push them any direction then.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I did get a wild, so I can push her.
And you can't modify any?
Character begins to... the character has a tippy toe token, may reroll up to 2 when making an attack, defense, or dodge roll.
So you do have it.
So I'm going to reroll these 2 blanks. Got me another hit.
So 4 successes.
Yes.
Nice. Oh, okay, wait. Keep those there. I forgot this too when I played test game against Mysterio. We'll have to view it. I have stealth with Spider-Woman. You can't target Spider-Woman with that attack because you're not within 3.
Okay.
When you moved, you wouldn't have had enough movement to get within 3.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So, do you want to keep that? Because that's why I said keep the dice there. Do you want to keep that roll and use that same roll against Iron Man? Or do you want to change your option now that we know?
Keep that roll and use the same roll.
Okay, that will make it easier. That way we won't roll you any dice. I forget that sometimes too. Some characters have stealth, so you have to be within 3.
Yeah. I forgot she had stealth.
Yeah, I did. When I played against Mysterio, he has stealths and a bunch of crazy stuff too. So, okay, so that roll is going against Iron Man.
Yes.
So now, well, it works for your favor too, because now you can push Iron Man off the objective.
Yes.
Okay, and that's what you don't want to change. Now that you know that, you don't want to change what you wanted to do.
Nope.
Okay, so Iron Man will get hit by that, and that's a physical attack, so I get 4 defense against it.
Okay.
Oh, I would add 1 to the pool. He rolled pretty good. I don't add another one. Ow, he's angry. So he saves all of them. Okay. I'm not going to spend any power to get. There's no point.
Okay.
So none of it goes through. But what other effects after and damage do you have?
So if this attack deals damage,
which it didn't.
After this attack is resolved, it would be the bleed and stun. But because I got a wild, I push it before damage is dealt. The target character, if the target character is size 3 or less, this character pushes the target character small. Okay.
So you can push me small. I'm assuming you're going to push me, and you get to decide. So you can push me towards you, away, because it doesn't say direction. So you'll decide which way you want to push?
Yes.
So you push me off the objective. So now it's over to me. You only have Gwenpool left, you said, right?
Yes.
And the target symbol, that's Winter Soldiers. You're my obsession, too.
Yes.
Okay. So I double moved Domino up to contest that objective, get closer maybe to try to get magic, and I was in still free, so Cable can do his S.H.E.I.L.D. if you guys want to try to go all out on her.
Okay.
So that's Domino.
So I'm going to activate Gwenpool, and I'm going to attack Domino with Gwenpool's Bag of Tricks. Because I'm within 4, it is a physical attack, and after the attack is resolved, I gain 1 power. And then the Gwenpool special, if I get a wild and a shield, I believe that's it's either a hit or a shield. I can't see the symbol so well. After this attack is resolved, the defending character gains one of the following special conditions: bleed, shock, incinerate, or poison.
Oh, you get to pick.
Yes.
That's cool. Oh, Domino doesn't have stealth. So I always get that. Well, she has weird things to manipulate dice. Yes. But you can still target her. Okay. And that's a physical attack, you said?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
So 4 dice, and it's a wild and a hit to do Gwenpool special. So there is a crit.
You get to add the dice to the pool.
Another hit.
Can you modify anything with her?
So I have some retcon powers activate. While this character is attacking or defending, during the modified dice step of the attack, it may spend up to 3 power to use this superpower. For each 1 power spent, this character may re-roll one of its attack or defense dice. The superpower may be used only once per turn.
Okay.
So I'm going to spend 2 power. Nope, I'm only going to spend I can re-roll the shields. So I'm going to spend 2 power
Yep.
to re-roll 2 dice.
Okay.
So
Nice.
cool.
So that hits your Gwenpool bag of tricks then, right?
Yep, Gwenpool special.
So 4 successes.
Yes.
Nice. What I should have done, but I don't have the power anyway, if I'm targeted, then I do Cable Shield. So before you roll the dice, I have to make the decision. If I had the power, I would have done it. But I didn't do it before you rolled the dice. So technically I couldn't have done it.
Okay.
I don't have the power anyway, but I got to keep that in mind too. You have to use the shield before the dice is rolled.
Okay.
But I have 3 defense dice. I save 2 of them. What can she do? She manipulates stuff. Oh, bunch of rules to remember. You rolled additional dice for your crit, right?
I did.
And did that result in a hit or anything?
And then I paid 2 to re-roll.
2.
Yeah. So do you want to just...
No, it's okay. We'll keep... I forgot it anyway. Whatever. Because you re-rolled 2, you got 2 successes, whatever. But I got to remember that Domino, the attacking or defending characters do not roll additional dice when you get crits.
Okay.
So I got 2 successes. Oh, that's manipulating skulls. I didn't. So no, I only get 2 successes. So 2 damage go through.
All right.
So you decided to pick Incinerate for the Bag of Tricks ability?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm going to attack her again with the same attack. Gwenpool's Bag of Tricks.
You have enough power to do it?
It doesn't take power.
Oh, it doesn't?
No.
Oh, okay, cool. So and your builder is a stabby swords one, but you have to be within 2?
Yes.
Okay.
So.
Now we'll remember about the crit thing. Okay.
So I can spend up to 3 power. I did. Oh, no, I can only use it once per turn, so I can't do that. So I got 1.
1 success?
Yes.
Okay, I'm incinerated, so I normally get 3. So I only get 2 now. I do have the power to do manipulation. I did roll a crit. I roll on my crits. And I have a skull there if I want to manipulate it. Doesn't matter. I saved 1. You did 1 damage. Nothing goes through.
All right.
Now, for the Bag of Tricks, it's a hit and a wild?
Yes.
Okay, so it doesn't trigger.
No.
Okay, so she's good.
Yep.
So I moved Bucky back up to the objective. But you're just out of 5 for my rifle, so I'll see what I can do now. So I just double moved around the objective to the other side, getting closer to you, still holding it.
All right.
And he's done. So it goes to you. You don't have an activation.
No.
So it goes back to me, and I have Spider-Woman. So that means you're still going to get priority because I don't have the token. I'm the last to activate, so you still get to go first next round.
Right.
But Spider-Woman's going to go, and I'm going to try to move up and get Squirrel Girl.
Okay.
So I moved up medium so I can test the objective. So we both don't get cover against each other there. Other people shooting at us would give us cover though.
Okay.
Now I'm going to hit you with my builder, Bioelectric Shock. It's an energy attack for 5 dice.
Okay.
Trying to get power here. So if I do dunk you out, I can interrogate you hopefully. I got a wild. And oh, nice. So 4 hits. I do have a power. If I spend that power because I'm shield, I can re-roll a dice. But I want to keep some power to do some stuff, so I'm not going to spend it.
Okay.
Because I need 2 to do her double agent next round, and I want 3, hopefully, to interrogate. So, no, I'm not going to re-roll it.
All right.
So, 4 successes. I did roll a wild. Her one's cool. If you get multiple wilds, you can do multiple conditions.
Neat.
So, before damage is dealt for each wild in the attack roll, the defending character gains one of the following conditions: poison, shock, or stun. If you poison people, she can do her other attack and move closer too.
Oh, cool.
So, and what do you have? But this before the damage is dealt. Okay, I'm probably going to put poison on you. We'll see. I haven't done that yet.
Okay.
Okay, 4 successes. What's your energy?
3. And I can re-roll up to 2 because of tippy toe.
Is that stupid reflection? You can re-roll what?
To make a difference.
Okay, so you take 2 damage. How much damage is on her?
4.
How much
5.
life?
So she has 6. And now she has 6 damage, so she's dazed.
Okay. So I did 2 damage went through?
Yes.
Okay, so I get 2 power. You can't get more power than the damage to take them out.
Right.
So you still get 2 power, so do I, and then she's dazed.
Okay.
I would have had another attack because I do have a hammer with her. I did already take you out, so I won't even roll it anyway. I could have got another power. Oh, no, I couldn't. It wouldn't even matter because even if I did do a success, I wouldn't have got the power anyway because it would have been overkill.
Right.
So the most power I could have got was a 2. I was trying to fish for more power, but I can't anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. So Spider-Woman's done. So end phase, we'll do cleanup. Let's do the blue objectives first. You are dazed, but we'll do your ones first. So you don't get that one.
Okay.
Where's the other ones? There's one in the middle.
Yeah, with Captain Marvel and Domino.
So that one's
contested.
no one. Yeah. There's one over there that you got with Gwenpool, so you have that one.
Yes.
And then there's 2 in my side. So you got 1 for the blue objectives. So you're at 5. And then hammers. How many do you have any hammers with anybody?
I have 2. Magic has 1 and Captain Marvel has 1.
So you get 2 more power. Not 2 more points. So right now you're sitting at 7.
Yes.
And you don't have any cards or anything to manipulate or any powers or anything?
Nope.
So for me now, for the blue objectives, I get 1 with Spider-Woman. That one's contested. You have that one. I get 1 with Winter Soldier. And I could have got that one, but you pushed me off. So now you're still winning now with 6.
Yes.
To 7. But the hammers, how many hammers do I have?
Spider-Woman has 1 and Domino has 1.
So I get 2 for those. So I'm at 8. And now I'll do interrogate.
Okay.
So I'm going to do interrogate during the cleanup phase. If I'm within 2 or more dazed enemies, so I'm within Squirrel Girl ranged, it may use a superpower. Its controlling player increases the amount of victory points they score from crisis cards during the cleanup phase by 1. Now, I don't know if I'm overthinking that. We tried to figure out, does that mean I get a victory point from each crisis card? So I would get 2 points. Or do I get victory points plus 1 for each time it triggers? So do I get a victory point for each objective I hold plus 1? Same with the hammers. Do I get another one? That would be super powerful, I think.
Yeah.
So it increase the victory points they score from crisis cards. I think I only get 1 victory point. Because the other Black Widow has that too. So if you have if it was every time it triggered, that'd be crazy. You'd get a whole bunch of points.
Yeah.
And I don't know if the only one that I'm iffy about, does it mean each card or just both of them together? So we're just going to I'm going to give myself 1 point, and then I'll see if I can find later about how that actually works.
Okay.
So we're tied. Oh no, I'm at 8, right? So I'm at 9?
Yes.
But now I can't do, that's a hard card to pull off. Hard to do double agent because I use it for interrogate.
Absolutely.
Okay. And then I was last, I don't have priority token. You still have it, so you have priority.
Okay.
And it's going to be round 3.
So I'm going to activate Squirrel Girl, and I'm going to pay 3 power to play this card. She has this cool card that only her and Gwenpool can use. And if a character is within 1, they don't get to roll any defense dice.
Oh, you play the other one, and you can get teleported within 1 too?
Yes.
And Gwenpool or Squirrel Girl can play that?
Yeah.
Okay. So your next attack, I don't get defense dice.
Yes.
Nice. That's a pretty strong card for free power.
It is.
Okay.
So for her first action, I'm going to attack Spider-Woman with Knuckle Spike Strike.
So now I don't get any defense for that?
Yeah, so it's a physical attack, and I've got 5 dice. So because Tippy Toe is by me, I can re-roll up to 2 of those. So I'm going to take 2 of the blanks.
So you got 2 hits. I can't get any defense on it.
Yes.
And you can't modify anything.
So because I got a wild, it also has ambush. After this attack is resolved, place this character within 1 of the target character. But you're already within 1, so I don't have to do that.
You could, well, it's to move around. You can move around me if you want.
Yeah.
Are you okay where you are?
Yes.
Okay, so I take 2 damage because I get no defense. Nice. And that was your builder too, right?
It was.
So you get 2 power and I get 2 power.
So now I'm going to pay 2 power and I'm going to do Army of Squirrels. I should have done them in the reverse. And
you'd have more dice potential, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But we're just going to do it this way. So Army of Squirrels is also a physical attack and I get 6 dice.
So now I get my defense, so I get 4 too. Yeah, see, that would have been a lot better for you, right?
Yes.
Okay. Add 2 to the pool. You can re-roll 2 dice.
So I'll re-roll those blanks.
Because it's tippy toe, right?
Yes.
Oh, can you do tippy toe more than once?
Yep. Character has tippy toe token and may reroll up to 2 dice when making an attack, defense, or dodge roll.
Oh, so it doesn't say once per turn or anything?
Nope.
Nice. So how many successes did you get?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. So I get 4 defense dice. I do have martial artist and you're within range, so I do add blanks.
Okay.
I add 1 to my pool for the crit. So I got 1, 2, 3. 3. I can use do I have any power now? I can use a power to re-roll a dice because I am shield. Okay. So I'm going to use a power to re-roll the hit. Good. So I made 4 saves. And you did 5 damage, so I take 1 damage.
All right. If this attack deals damage, after the attack is resolved, the target character gains the bleed and stun special conditions.
Okay. And did you get a wild too?
No, I didn't. So I can't do push.
Oh, so if you get a wild, you push them?
Yes.
Okay. So I take the what condition?
Bleed and stun.
Okay. And 1 damage. And that's not a builder, right?
No.
Okay, so I still take 1. I get 1 power though. Because you did 1 damage.
Right. So I'm going to spend 4 power to do Tippy Toe Takedown. Which is this character may spend any amount of power to use this superpower. Choose an enemy character within 3 of this character with a threat value equal to or lower than the amount of power spent to use this superpower. Move the Tippy Toe token to that character. While that character has the Tippy Toe token, it does not add crit results in its attack, defense, or dodge rolls to its total successes and cannot add dice to its attack, defense, or dodge rolls as a result of crit results.
So it's similar. It's basically Domino's ability, right?
Yes.
So I'm a threat level of 4 with Spider-Woman, so you have to spend 4 power.
Yep.
And then now Tippy Toe's on Spider-Woman. Nice. And that was a superpower, so you were able to do that even though you had no more actions.
Yes.
So now it's over to me. So I moved up Iron Man for his first action.
Okay.
And now I'm going to play the shield card, Hair Carrier Strike. So I basically drop an Airstrike on you.
Okay.
I get the action to get that ability. So it's a range 5, which you're in. So I'm going to target Captain Marvel.
All right.
And it's 6 dice. It's a physical attack, but before the attack, I decide if it's a physical or energy for the wild result. And I don't want to do the incinerate because you can either give someone bleed or incinerate. I don't want to do the incinerate one because you're immune to incinerate.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do the bleed.
Okay.
So I'm going to do an airstrike on Captain Marvel. So I'm choosing physical because that's the one that gives bleed.
Okay.
After the damage is resolved, anyone within 2 of Captain Marvel that's an enemy suffers 1 damage. So that's cool. It doesn't target Domino either.
All right.
Okay, so physical. Ooh, I didn't roll too good. I rolled 2 wild, so I do trigger the bleed effect on it.
All right.
I am shield, so I can modify that dice. I'm going to spend the power to reroll 1 of those.
Okay.
That was a wild that just knocked it over, so I got 2 wilds, so 2 successes, and the wild ability is going to go off.
Okay.
So your physical is 4, you said?
Yes.
Okay. You saved 1. Can you re-roll any?
Because it's a physical, no, I don't think I can.
Okay, so you take 1 damage, so you gain 1 power, and you also have an ability
You call that a punch. When this character is dealt damage by an enemy effect, after that effect is resolved, they gain 1 power. It gains 1 power.
So you'll gain 1 for the damage and 1 bonus power.
Cool.
You're at 5 now, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you're almost at the angry form. So after that effect's resolved, Black Widow will take 1 damage.
Okay.
And she'll get a power for that because she took a damage from an enemy effect.
Okay.
And then other enemy characters was in 2 of the target characters suffer 1. And then I did get my wild. The target character and other enemy characters was in 2 gain the bleed. So you'll gain bleed and Black Widow will gain bleed.
Okay.
Well, Captain Marvel will gain bleed too.
Okay.
And Black Widow. And that was an action to do that too for Iron Man, so he's done.
Okay.
I only have 2 power left, so I can't do anything else.
All right. So I'm going to activate Black Widow now, and I'm going to pay 4 power to do Deadly Origins.
Okay. What's that do?
After this attack is resolved, this character may advance medium. And if I roll a wild and a hit, she can do something called Finisher. After this attack is resolved, this character may make a Shock Batons attack. This character may reroll any number of its dice during that attack. including skull results.
Oh, so she's getting angry. Nice. And you're not going to use shake to get rid of that bleed yet?
No.
Okay, because that's an action to do that.
Yes.
No. Okay, so you're going to do your strong 4 power?
Yes.
Okay, how many dice is that too?
7.
And you're targeting black?
I'm targeting Domino.
Okay, so you don't get to, well, remember this time, you don't get to add to your crits with that because of her ability.
Yes.
This time we'll do it right. You targeted Domino. You were within free of Cable. So Cable's going to use his shield on Domino, so I add 2 dice.
Okay.
But it cost me 2 power, so Cable only has 1 power now.
All right.
So 7 dice?
Yep. Let's see.
Did you get?
And I can't add crits because of Domino's ability.
Yeah, things tend to go my way. Is their ability?
So it's a lot of defending.
Yeah, most of her stuff is about defense.
Yes.
So you got 3 successes?
Yes.
Okay. So you can't trigger the finisher one, but you still can advance medium after the attack is resolved, right?
Yes.
Okay. So Domino would normally have 3 dice, but I'm incinerated, so I have 2. And then I used Cable Shield, so I have 4 dice.
Okay.
I passed 2. You did 3 damage. I'm going to use her ability, probability manipulation. If I'm rolling dodge, defense, or attack, I can spend any amount of power to re-roll any amount of skulls, and they turn into criticals.
Okay.
So I'm going to spend 1 power to turn that skull into a crit. And it's before the resolve crit step, so I would add 1 to the pool.
Okay.
I saved it.
All right.
But I had to spend a power for that, so she has 2 power now. So you're not going to move medium, you said?
No.
Okay.
So now Black Widow's going to spend 3 power to play this card. And because Captain Marvel is within 2 of her, she gets 2 extra dice for her next attack. So she's going to attack Domino with shock batons, which will give her 7 dice.
Nice. So that's added 2 for each allied one. So if you had another one, you would add another 2. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Cool.
So 7 dice.
Against Domino?
Yes.
Okay. So you don't add crits.
No. Didn't get any crits anyway. But I did get a wild. So she gets, before the damage is dealt, the target character gains the shock special condition.
Okay, so shock, I believe I could only get 1 power. So it's before the damage is dealt. So if that all went through, I would only get 1 power. So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's shock only does, it's not stun that lowers how much power I get. Shock, I get 1 fewer attack dice.
Okay.
But you got
6.
Nice. So I only get, I don't have any power to do, because I can do that shield with Cable more than once a turn, but I don't have enough power to do it.
Okay.
So this is going to suck. I roll, and that was an energy attack?
Yes.
So 3 defense.
And she has a incinerate.
Oh, so 2 defense. Oh, this is going to be bad. Yep. I didn't roll any skulls, so I can't manipulate it. So these all goes through. So you dazed. Domino.
Okay.
Nice.
Cool.
She had 2 damage on her, so she had 3 life left. So you get, was that your builder?
Yes.
So you get 3 power. I would get shock, but I'm dazed, and I'm going to clean it in the cleanup phase anyway.
All right.
But we'll still put it on her because there's maybe something might trigger off a shock or stuff too.
Okay.
Okay. So I am dazed. You do have bleed though, so at the end of your activation, you would take 1 damage.
Yep, and I did.
And that doesn't give you a power. It's from enemy effects. That's a condition.
Right.
So it's over to me. So Winter Soldier is going to attack Gwenpool.
Okay.
That is my obsession. So I add 2 dice to my pool.
All right.
And it's range 5, so you're in range. Physical attack. And it has suppressive. So if I get wild, you're going to lose power.
Okay.
So spec up rifle. And that's my builder too. In the Gwenpool.
All right. Ooh.
I rolled the crit. So I'd add 1 to the pool. That wasn't a crit. Was that a hit, right?
Yeah. So 3.
And I am shield, so I'm going to spend a power to re-roll a dice. Ooh.
He's been hitting hard this game. Jeez.
Yeah, he's kind of been the MVP when I've been using him in games. He's kind of been the go-to. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
Jeez. Okay.
Let's see what we can do.
And is there any... No, was any of those wilds? No, none of them were wilds either.
No.
Okay, so no suppressive. She has no damage on her either?
Nope.
Okay.
So 4.
You're on the objective, so you can modify one of those dice.
So we'll turn one of those.
To a shield.
And then retcon powers activate. When this character is attacking or defending during the modified dice step of the attack, it may spend up to 3 to use the superpower for each power spent. This character may reroll one of its attack or defense dice. Superpower can only be used once per turn. So I'm going to use 2 power to reroll those 2 blanks.
Okay. Now those were a reroll, so you don't add on to that crit.
No.
But you did save 3 of them.
And then because of plot armor, when this character would suffer damage from an enemy effect, reduce the amount suffered by 1 to a minimum of 1.
Nice. So you saved 4 total.
Yes.
And I did 7 damage, so you take 3.
Yeah.
That's a good save after all those attacks.
Phew. Yeah, I was scared there for a minute.
So you take you get free power, and I get free power, and you take free damage. Now, it kind of goes against, he has a blind obsession about getting Gwenpool, but I know, you'd think he's going to go heal Spider-Woman.
Okay.
So I'm going to play some cards, too, just to show how they work anyway. So I've already shot, I still have another action, but the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Shield Mobile. I don't have a hammer, so it's not going to cost me an extra power.
All right.
An allied shield character can spend free power to play this card. The target gains the flight superpower this round and immediately advances long.
Okay.
So that's the card. It doesn't cost an action too. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to advance long and fly over. I'm going to try to heal with another card because you can play more than one card in the turn if you have the allotted power and actions to do it.
Right.
If they cost them. So I'm going to try to go heal Spider-Woman.
Okay.
So I use the Shield Mobile to get up to there. See that you're just out of free because I could have healed you from there. So I still have to use an activation to move to get closer to you.
Right.
Or I would have shot at Gwenpool before I left, or I could have done something else. But I'm going to use my last action to move closer to Spider-Woman.
Okay.
So I forgot, he also has Hit and Run, and I had 2 power. So I'm going to use Hit and Run because this character immediately makes an attack action followed by a move action. So I'm going to do my Spec Op rifle and then move, which will put me in position. Oh, no, see, I'm sticking too far. If I spend that 2 power, I won't be able to, it costs 2 power to use a card.
Okay.
So it's a payoff. It's too bad if he had a lot more power, I could have done a lot more out of that turn.
Yeah.
So that's pretty crazy. So I'm not going to attack because my main focus is to heal Spider-Woman.
Okay.
Oh, well. Well, if I had an extra 2 power, we know they could have done that. That would have been crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm going to stick to Original Plan and move up medium.
Okay.
So the power I was going to use for Hit and Run, I'm going to use for Battlefield Medic.
All right.
Because the same character can use as many cards as they want
right.
in the same turn. So I can spend 2 power to remove free damage and a special condition from a character that's not dazed. And I can heal myself or someone within free.
Okay.
So that's why I flew over there and moved up. And I can't include this if I had the med pack one, which I don't have in my list.
Right.
So Spider-Woman's going to heal free, and I'm going to take off. Does she have a condition on her? Yes.
She has 2.
I'm going to take off bleed.
Okay.
And that's Bucky's turn. Spider-Woman's now at full life now, too.
Okay.
And I took the bleed, but she still has stun.
So I'm going to activate Captain Marvel, and I am going to attack Cable. So I'm going to use my builder ability. So it gets 5 dice. It's an energy attack. And
I don't have enough. So you targeted them. I only have 1 power, so I can't use my shield.
Okay. It gets +1 because she has 1 in the hammers. So 6 dice.
And I have free defense against energy.
So 6 dice. I did get a crit.
You can add to that one. 1, 2, 3 successes.
Yes.
And you can't modify dice or anything, right?
No.
And is there any triggers with her ability too? Is that one?
I didn't get a wild. So okay.
No. Nope, nothing. He is in a shield team, but he's not a shield member, so I can't spend power to modify. I don't have my shield that I would have done before, so no, that's all straight damage through.
Okay.
He takes free damage, and you gain free power. So start of the next activation, she's going to turn to angry for him.
Yes.
If you keep that power. So you just realize she has 2 builds on her. I haven't seen anyone that has 2 builders.
Yeah.
So which one are you going to do?
So I'm going to do Sonic Boom now, which is a physical attack. After this attacker is resolved, you gain power, and if I roll a wild, you get concussive, which is after this attacker is resolved, the target character loses power.
Nice.
1 power.
So how much dice is that?
I get 6 normally, but because of the hammer, I get 7.
Nice. So because I got power from you hurting me last time, I'm going to use 2 of that power to use my shield.
Okay.
And I add 2 to my defense pool, so now I have 5.
Okay. So I got 2 wilds. So when the attack is resolved, you lose a power.
Okay.
And
don't take from the pool yet.
Nope. I'm going to add 1 for the crit. So I got another hit. So that is 4.
Nice. So I normally would have 3, but I use my shield. So 5. I add 1 to the pool because I got a crit. Nothing. So I save 2. I take 2 more damage.
Okay.
So that was a good attack for her.
It was.
I removed my power after I gained some because it's happened after resolve. You have 10 power now as Captain Marvel.
Yeah, so next turn she's juiced.
And she keeps the power when she switches to the other side.
Yes.
Not to the other side, to the other form.
Yes.
And you can't have more than 10 power. Unless, I don't know if there's anyone that can. Maybe the Omega Threat Rebels can have,
or
like Thanos
or somebody like that.
Yeah. Okay. So, you have a bunch of power. I don't know if you can do anything else. So at the end of your turn, because you didn't shake off bleeding, you would have took 1 damage.
Yes.
And those damages also go to your angry form too.
Yes.
So I think Spider-Woman's going to try to attack Squirrel Girl.
Okay.
Spiders versus squirrels.
We'll see how this goes.
I'm not going to do my free power yet because I want to keep some power maybe to do interrogate. So I'm going to do my builder first.
Okay.
Don't have any cards. So it's 5 dice. Plus 2 because I have 2 hammers. So 7 dice energy.
Okay.
I can't shake off Tippy Toe, can I?
It doesn't say that.
Okay, so no, I can't. Okay. Oh, and I'm stunned too, so I don't get... Oh, I forgot about that too. Because I want more. Before I attack, I'm going to shake off stun.
Okay.
Yeah, I should have took off stun instead of bleed. Because I healed the damage. She could have absorbed more. Because now I'm going to have to waste a action to get rid of it because I want to surge more power.
Right.
So I'm going to use an action to shake off stun.
Okay.
Now for my second action, I'll attack with my builder.
Okay.
Well, I did get 2 wilds through. I have 4 power. Do I want to re-roll one of those? No, I'm good. I'll just get 2 through.
Okay.
So I didn't have any crits. I wouldn't have been able to re-roll any crits because of Tippy Toe.
Yes.
But before damage is dealt, because it's for each wild for this ability, I'm probably going to give you poison and stun.
Okay.
Okay.
So 3.
You don't have Tippy Toe now, so you can't re-roll. Even though he's close to you, you don't have him. He's on me.
Yes. And so I can't re-roll anything.
Nothing?
No. So I take 3 damage.
No, you rolled 3 dice, but I only did 2. So you take 2 damage.
Okay.
So I put poison and stun on you, so you would have got 2 power, but because it happens before the damage, you only get 1 power.
Yep. And
poison, you lose a power in a power step. So you basically don't get power in the power phase.
Okay.
And it triggers some of her abilities. If you're poisoned, she moves closer to you.
Right.
And because that was her second action, I'm going to see with some of the power I might do something.
Okay.
So she's done. I'm going to keep that power. I could have glided, but there's no one over there or no point for me moving. So I'm not going to waste the power.
Okay. So Gwenpool's going to go, and she can see Cable around.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, you can. His base is big.
So she is going to attack Cable with Gwenpool's bag.
Well, you're size 2, and all the scatter terrain, like those little trees and the pop machine, they're 1. So you see over them. Even though they're taller than you, they're considered size 1.
Okay.
So you see over them.
But we're going to attack you with Gwenpool's bag of tricks.
Okay. How many dice is that?
4.
Is that your builder too, or?
I get 1 power from it. So I don't get the power equal to the damage. I just get 1.
Okay. And it's a what attack?
It is physical. And if I roll a hit and a wild, I can do Gwenpool special, and I can give you one of the following conditions: bleed, shock, incinerate, or poison.
Okay, so you target him. It doesn't have to be a range of when I can use the shield. It's just when he gets targeted.
Okay.
I'm going to spend 2 power to use his shield again.
Okay.
And you can do that multiple times too. So
Cool.
as long as you have the power, he can be pretty defensive too. So I'm going to put up my shield.
All right. Come on, Gwenpool.
Nice. You got, well, and can you, does he have any modified dice abilities?
Yes, but it costs power, and I'm saving that for a reason.
No, you want to do your bigger attack? Okay.
Yeah.
So free goes through?
Yes.
I would normally have, Cable has free 4, so I have free, it's not Mystic, is it?
No, it's energy.
Okay.
No, sorry, it's physical.
Okay, so.
And after the attack is resolved, we'll figure that out about conditions, but 3.
Okay, so I would get free defense normally, plus 2 because of my shield. I would add 1 for the crit. So I scored 1, 2, 3. I saved them. I'm in with shield, but I can't use their abilities because he's not a shield. He's X-Force.
Okay.
So I save them all?
Yeah.
But does it say your bag of tricks, do you have to do damage to do it?
No, it just says after the attack is resolved for both things.
Okay.
Because after the attack was resolved, I gain a power.
Okay, so the attack's resolved. I don't get any damage. I don't gain any power. But
And
even if you don't do damage, it says you gain a power?
Yes.
Okay.
And Gwenpool special, after this attack is resolved, the defending character gains one of the following special conditions: bleed, shock, incinerate, or poison.
So what do you want to give me? Can I be incinerate? Oh, I'm immune to poison.
Okay. So that's bleed, shock, or incinerate. I'm going to give you incinerate because it gives you less defense dice.
Yeah. Okay. So you said you were saving power. What are you saving it for?
I'm going to spend 4 power now to do this end towards target.
Okay.
And after this attack was resolved, the target character gains the incinerate and stun special conditions. You already have incinerate.
Okay.
And if I roll a wild, it's scorched earth. Before damage is dealt, all other characters within 2 of the target character suffer 1 wound and gain the incinerate special condition.
Okay, so there's no one around him too. No. So that's good. Okay, and it says all other characters?
Yeah.
So your own too?
I would burn myself.
Yeah, it's like his AoE. The A attacks are area attacks.
Yeah.
So Cable has one of those that targets my own characters too.
Yeah.
Okay. And I only have 1 power now. I was kind of wishing that's the time where you actually want damage. If that damage would have went through for your last attack, I would have got a power. Then I could have used my shield for this one. Mm-hmm. But now I only have 1 power, so I'm getting it to the face.
Yeah. And
I lose 1 because I'm incinerated. So this is going to suck. I only roll 2 defense dice.
All right.
Okay.
So 8.
Ugh.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
So
do we have enough dice?
We have 2 more crits.
Okay, so you roll 2 more. That other crit doesn't give you another one, but
no.
3,
4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Ouch. Okay, yeah. 7 successes. So I would normally get 3 dice, but I get 2 because I'm incinerated. Don't have my shield. I can't modify anything, so that's a lot of... It's going through. You got 7 damage, right? Yeah, so that would have one-shot him anyway.
Yeah.
But he has 5 damage already, so I gain 2 power because I don't get all 7 because 2 would have dazed him.
Right.
And then is that a builder for you? No, right?
No.
Okay, so you don't gain any power from that. And then Cable's dazed.
So that was Gwenpool. She's done.
That was a good turn for her, taking out Cable.
Absolutely.
He's tough to bring down too.
He is.
So it's over to me now. Who do I have? Well, you took out Cable now, actually. That was my last activate. No. Yeah? Because yes, Spider-Woman went. Iron Man. Yeah, he was my last activation, so you took him out.
Yeah, so I have magic left.
Okay. Oh, so this is where priority, this is the first time it shifted now. This is where you have to watch about taking over the person that would have activated. Because if you would have had Cable on the table, I would have went. But then you would have had who left?
I still have magic left.
Okay, then magic would have went anyway. And then you would have had to give me the priority anyway. So it doesn't matter that you took out Cable.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's Magic's turn?
Yes.
So you have 1 activation left?
Yes.
And you're going to do Magic?
Gets to go. I'm trying to get her over to that lone blue objective that sits there. I'm going to see with the power I have with Limbo Step and with her double movement if I can pull it off.
Okay.
So I didn't actually have to use Limbo Step. Her 2 medium movement got her close enough to the objective that I can claim it.
So you don't even have to, you can save that 2 power?
Yes.
And you're not going to use anything else with it?
Nope, she's done.
Nice. So that was your last activation.
Yes.
You do have the priority token, so now it switches to me. So now I have priority. So I'll be going first.
Okay.
We'll do cleanup. So let's do scoring first.
Okay.
So let's do the blue objectives. That's contested.
Yes.
Because Squirrel Girl isn't dazed, right? No?
No.
That one, you have it because Domino's dazed. So
Yep.
that's a point. You have that one. So
Yep.
that's another point. And that's it for blues. Oh, no, and you have that one too. So you have 3. So you get 3 points for the blues.
Yeah.
And Iron Man has that one. So I get 1 point for that. So we're both at 10. Now we'll do the hammers. How many hammers do you have?
I have 2.
So you get 2, and I have 2 on Spider-Woman. So we both get 2 for that. So we're both at 12. So unfortunately, Squirrel Girl wasn't dazed. Spider-Woman's not anyone that's... My characters are dazed, but none of yours are. So yes. I can't do interrogate. So we're still tied at 12. So we'll do cleanup. And then I'll have the first activation. So I finally get to play Double Agent. It costs 2. But then because I have 1 or more hammers, it costs another 1.
Okay.
So I basically target one of your characters. And if they go and I have an activation token, I remove mine. I can get a double turn. Okay. But you have to play off of you not activating the character, and I have to activate mine first.
Okay.
So I play that card. I'm probably going to do Spider-Woman first. Because that's why it plays good. If you have priority, it's a good card. Because now I'm going to obviously pick Spider-Woman first. Then I'll pick your character that I think you're going to use. And then Spider-Woman's get to go again.
Okay.
So, because I have priority, I was thinking I was going to pick Gwenpool. But because I have priority and I'm going to go first, I'm going to put it on Squirrel Girl.
Okay.
So as soon as you activate her, I'll get to go again.
Okay.
So the camera tokens are for another card for Spider Foes or something, I think. Or, no, Spider Web Warriors, that's what they're called. But we'll just use it for this. So I'm going to activate Spider-Woman. Once Squirrel Girl goes, I remove my activation token because of the card.
Okay.
So we also did the power phase too. Everyone got it. Captain Marvel is at full, so she can't get any more. But it's not at the start of the activation phase. It's the start of her activation. She switches.
And Squirrel Girl should not have gotten a power because she has poison.
Oh, okay, so you'll take that one away. Yeah, we forgot.
Yep.
Where's the poison? Oh, did we take the poison token off?
No, they're over here.
So they were on her card, but she has poison and stun, Squirrel Girl. So I'm actually going to target Captain Marvel.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my builder for this. It's Bioelectric Strike, range of 3, which you are, and it's 5 damage.
Okay.
Energy. So you have energy absorption, so you can mess with some of my dice if you get wilds?
Yes.
Okay. Come on. Yeah. Ooh, that was a pretty bad roll. I'm going to spend a power to reroll one of these dice. Hoping for a wild. Crit. I can't add another dice because it's already modified, so 2 successes.
Okay.
Now, I'll keep those aside because you could modify dice if you get wild.
Yes. So
you're looking for wilds to change dice.
4. I got a wild.
Okay, so you block both of them. You could have changed one of my dice to anything. To a blank, it says, right? Does it say blank?
Yeah. Change one of the attackers' crit, wild, or hit results to a blank.
Okay, so one of those were to change to a blank. And every time you change one, you get a power, but you're full already.
Yeah, I'm at 10.
Okay, so nothing happens to you.
Yeah.
I was hoping to get a wild so I could poison and then advance with my other attack with you. So that was kind of bad, but I'm just going to do now for my second action, I'm going to do Intoxicating Blast on Squirrel Girl.
Okay.
After this attack is resolved, the target character drops all objectives it's holding, so that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I was hoping to do that to... Ooh, I can make you... Or I can do that... I can make Captain Marvel drop her objective. But it is energy, too. I'm going to do it to Squirrel Girl. I want to take her off the board.
Okay.
So 7 dice. If you have the poison special condition, before damage is dealt, I can advance you towards me.
Okay. Oh, I'm already.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And
I have Tippy Toe, so I wouldn't have... I think I re-rolled the crit. Did I roll a crit with the last roll?
The last roll you attacked Captain Marvel.
No, but Tippy Toe's still on me. It doesn't matter, right? I can't re-roll any of my crits. I can't add dice because of my crits, because of Tippy Toe. So it's range of 2, which you are 7 dice energy against Squirrel Girl.
Yep.
I don't get any dice because of my crits, because of Tippy Toe. I see. There's a crit there. I would have got another one. Oh. 2 wilds, 3 successes. And I would have used my free power to do that, so I can't modify any dice.
Okay.
It doesn't say advance for the poison sensory overload that the target character has a poison special condition, which you do. Before damage is dealt, this character may advance the target small. It doesn't say towards or away, but you figure they're advancing towards you because it's intoxicating. You're drawing them towards you. So I just took the movement tool and moved her away from the objective. It seemed weird that I would push her away as advanced, but I still got you off the objective. That was the main goal.
Right.
No tippy toes, so no rerolls for you.
Yep. Oh.
Oh, man. Ouch. You don't have any...
No,
you have that card about 8, but she's away from her. So if you have something about defense, was that card, right?
Yes, and if I had Tippy Toe, he could have taken the hit. Because if she gets KO'd with Tippy Toe, if she has it, remove the token from the game. The character removes 1 wound, is not KO'd, may be placed within 2 of its current position. Then the character cannot have Tippy Toe tokens for the rest of the game.
You could. I don't think that's come up in test. You could sacrifice Tippy Toe.
Yes,
I didn't know you could do that. Sorry, Tippy Toe.
But she's down.
Oh, no. How much life does he have?
Because she's flipped. She's 5. She had 2 wounds on her already.
Okay. So she's off the board?
Yes.
But I didn't know you could do that with Tippy Toe. That's cool.
Yeah.
Not for Tippy Toe, but...
No.
And then Tippy Toe gets removed from the game too because she's gone, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I lose Tippy Toe and Squirrel Girl is out.
She is.
I need exploding squirrel noise or something. So I didn't see what's on her day side. I can't double activate if the character that triggers from is dead. So
that's right.
Okay, but I've got that objective now, and Squirrel Girl's out. I totally forgot too. I had 2 hammers. I would have had 2. I forgot if I even did it on the first attack. On that I did the one. I get to add 2 dice because I have 2 hammers.
Yeah, I don't know.
Didn't make a difference because he's gone. But
yeah, and I didn't save any of them. I got all blanks. So.
Okay.
So I'm going to activate Captain Marvel, and I'm going to trigger Higher, Further, Faster. That turns her into Captain Marvel, the Cosmic Adventure binary version.
Pissed off
she
form.
has 6 or more power. I don't have to pay the power. It just says at the start of this character's activation, if it has 6 or more power, it transforms into Captain Marvel Cosmic Adventure brackets binary.
Okay. So now she's in pissed off form.
Yep. So I'm going to use Captain Marvel's Ready or Not ability, which takes no power. It's an action though, which this character immediately makes a move action followed by an attack action. The superpower can be used only once per turn.
Cool. So it doesn't cost power, but then you have to do an attack after it.
Yes.
Okay.
So the attack I'm going to do after doing Ready or Not is Warbird.
Okay.
So it costs 3 power, and I get 8 dice, and it's an energy attack.
And who are you targeting?
I'm targeting Winter Soldier.
Okay, he has stealth. You are within 3. So this is going to hurt. I'm already on fire, so this is an energy attack?
Yes.
Ugh, so I'm only rolling 2 dice.
Okay.
Okay. Ow. Okay, this reflection. How many crits did he get?
2.
So you would add 2 to the pool. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4?
Yes.
Hits. Okay. So I would normally have free defense against that, but I'm incinerated, so I only have 2. Can't do anything else. Not near a cable. This is going to suck. I got 1 plus crit, so I saved 2. I'm not within a modifying, so I take 2 damage.
Okay.
Plus whatever effects else happen afterwards.
Yes.
So we got our damage. Iron Man would have took a damage too, because before damage is dealt to Bucky.
Yes.
And he took 1. And Spider-Woman took 1 damage.
Yeah.
So the other effect of the wild, you get to throw me small, you said?
Yes.
So when you throw a character, it goes from where they are, not like the train where the person is. So, and if they're the same size, the train isn't destroyed. But if you're smaller, like if you threw me into the streetlight would have got destroyed because it's only a size 1.
Right.
But whatever you throw me into, no matter what, I take 1 damage.
Okay.
So you still have 1 more action with Captain Marvel. And how much power? You got still 7 power on her too?
Yep.
Ugh, okay.
So I'm going to do Warbird again. So I'm spending 3 power. And this time I'm going to focus it on Spider-Woman.
Tried to move me off the objective?
That's the plan.
Okay. Because, oh yeah, you could throw me, right?
Yes.
Okay. If you take me out, I'll drop my 2 hammers too.
Yep.
If you daze me. So how many dice is it?
8.
You are within... She does have stealth, but you certainly within 3. No, she... Okay, yeah. 8 dice.
Ooh.
Oh, man.
So there is a crit.
So you add to that. Okay, so how many successes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6?
Yes.
Okay. So before damage is dealt, we'll do it all already. Anyone, because you rolled the crit and the wild,
Yes.
Bucky would have took a damage. So he has 4 damage on him now.
Okay.
Because you were in 2, I add blanks for my defense.
Okay.
Lucky. I'm going to spend one of those power. That I have 1 power to re-roll that hit to hopefully get another one because I'm a S.H.E.I.L.D agent.
Yep.
Nice. And I had blanks, so that's 3 successes. I take 3 damage.
Okay.
So after the effects we're just checking, you can throw characters into characters too. So you're going to throw me small, is it the effect?
Yes.
So it goes from the character getting thrown, so you're going to throw Spider-Woman into Bucky, and Bucky has to do a dodge roll. The character is size 2, so it's like terrain, it's +1, so it's actually 3 damage coming through, and my defense against physical, because it's the same thing as 4, so I got to roll my defense.
Okay.
Spider-Woman automatically takes 1 damage getting thrown into Bucky.
And does he lose a defense because of Incinerate for a dodge roll?
No, that's
Okay.
a special. That's
That's a
only for
special.
direct attacks.
All right. Okay.
Because he's on fire, but he can dodge while he's on fire. I guess that's how it works.
Still roll while he's on fire.
Yeah. Okay. So I got to dodge Spider-Woman.
Yep.
I get 4 physical dice. Yeah. Oh wow.
That's lucky.
He is like he doesn't roll bad.
No,
You got
that's really lucky.
all the and a crit. I would add another dice. Let's take from your pool from over here. You roll those.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
lucky.
You got to dip him in gold.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he has 2 life left still. Okay.
So that's Captain Marvel's turn. She's done.
Okay. So you have bleed, so you would take 1 damage. So you have 3 damage on you now?
Yes.
Okay. And your turn's done. I'm going to activate Cable, and I'm going to try to do I'm going to move up small and try to do my area attack.
Okay.
So now that I moved, I'm going to use my 5 power to do my A attack. So anyone within range 2, Domino's out. I'm going to hit Gwenpool and Black Widow.
Okay.
It's a different roll for each attack.
All right.
So this is a mystic attack. It's A2, 7, and I used a 5 power. So I'm rolling 7 dice.
Okay.
And if I had any damage for each attack that deals damage after the attack resolve, remove 1 damage from this character. So it's not for each damage, for each attack that deals damage. So I could heal. If I did damage to 2 people, I could heal 2 wounds.
Cool.
Nice. Okay, so this is against Black Widow. I rolled a crit, so I'd add to the pool. So I got only 1.
Yeah.
Ugh, I can't re-roll anything else. Okay, only 1. I'm pretty sure she can save that one.
Yeah.
So you should be able to save that 1 damage.
All right. The Squirrel Girl died from all blanks, so we'll see.
You rolled crit. Yeah, you're good. Even if you can re-roll that crit, you can roll the crit. No, you're good.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'll roll the 7 dice for Gwenpool.
Okay.
So hopefully better for this one. I got a crit. So 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
4 went through.
So she's got 4 defense. So got a crit.
That was a blank. The other one you hit into.
Yeah. But I can use retcon power to activate while this character is attacking or defending. During the modified dice step of this attack, I may spend up to 3 power to use a superpower. For each power spent, I can re-roll one of its attack or defense dice. So I'm going to spend 3 power.
Okay.
And I'm going to re-roll 3 of these.
You save 1 more. I did 3 damage total. 4. So 1 would go through, and then don't you have something about...
Yeah, when this character would suffer wound from an enemy effect, reduce the amount suffered by 1 to a minimum of 1.
So you block 2?
And then I use plot armor to negate 1, so I only take 1.
So Cable's done. So when I was editing the video, I realized that Winter Soldier would have died because he has blind obsession. So when you did Warbird on him,
Right.
he would have took 2 more damage because I wouldn't have been able to roll the 2 defense dice.
Right.
So he would have had 1 life left, and when you threw him from the effect, when you hit the car would have dazed him.
Yes.
But then when you threw Spider-Woman, you couldn't have threw Spider. He was dazed, so you can't throw him at a dazed character.
That makes sense.
But you threw her, and then she would have hit the car and took the damage instead of Bucky.
Right.
So that's how we'll fix that.
Okay.
But then I lost my activation from Winter Soldier now, so that's good.
Right.
But now you want to go into, for your activation now, you're going to go into Black Widow?
Yes. So for her first action, I'm going to move her, because she moves long. I'm going to move her over here.
Okay.
For her next action, she's going to do Deadly Origins. And I'm going to spend 4 power to do so. It is a physical attack. And after the attack is resolved, the character may advance M.
Who are you targeting?
Oh, I'm targeting Spider-Woman.
Yeah, because it's range 2, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, because... Oh, you're trying to make her drop the hammers, maybe?
Yes.
Yeah, because if it's a close game now, it's 12-12, so that'd be pretty big.
That's my plan. I'm going to try to...
And it's, you said physical?
Yes.
Okay, so she does have stealth, but you can hit her. Okay. Cable's not in range to do a shield. I'm not in cover. Okay. Okay, 7 dice physical.
We're looking for a wild and a crit, too, so I can do finisher and do shock batons.
It'll let you do another attack after?
Yes.
Nice. You got 3 successes?
Yes, and I got a wild and a hit, because it's a wild and a hit.
And that's what... Finisher. Oh, it's not a crit?
No, it's a hit.
Okay, so you got 3 successes. You can't modify anything?
Nope.
Okay. So I have 4 defense dice. Because you're within 2 and I have martial arts, I add blanks to my result.
Okay.
Ugh. I would add 1 for the crit. You scored 3, so I'm just going to use the 2 wilds and the crit, and I save them all.
All right.
But you did trigger, what's the trigger for that?
Finisher, it was a wild and a hit. After the attack is resolved, this character may make a shock batons attack. This character may reroll any number of its dice during that attack, including skull results.
Nice. So you're going to hit Spider-Woman again with that same one?
Yes.
Okay. So after the attack is resolved, you get to advance medium. So you can decide where to place that?
Yeah.
Okay. And it's simultaneous. You would advance medium and then do shock batons at the same time.
Right.
So when you advance medium, you want to put yourself in a spot where you can actually do the batons and be in range.
Yes.
So you're moving up there with your medium?
Yes.
And now you're doing shock batons against Spider-Woman?
Yes, and it is an energy attack.
Oh, I only have 3 defense against that.
And it is 5 dice.
Okay.
So there are 2 crits.
Nice. Yeah, 2.
Another one, but we don't add another dice to it.
So you got 5?
Yes.
Did you roll any wilds or anything?
No.
Okay, so there's no other after effects or anything?
Well, if I rolled a wild, you would have got the shock special condition.
Okay, so I got to roll... you got 5 successes?
Yes.
So I do have martial arts against physical and energy. So I had... And you were in 2, so I had blanks to my results.
All right.
I rolled 1. You only need to get 1 more damage on me to drop me. So even if I reroll 1 dice with a power, more would still go through. So there's no point in you trying to waste a power.
Okay.
So you only needed 1 to drop her to... I had 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 1 more would have dazed her.
Okay.
So you gain 1 power, because you can't overkill to get more. I gain 1 power, and she's dazed. So I get to place them. Oh, I don't get to place them. We're forgetting. Only Black Widow gets to do that. You get to place them.
Oh, right.
We're so used to Black Widow. You get to place them.
Okay.
Okay. I was going to put them there. You can put them wherever you want within 2 of Spider-Woman.
Yeah.
Only Black Widow gets to decide where they get placed.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know if there's another character that has that ability, but you can place those.
Okay.
Oh, you placed them next to you?
Yep.
You have 1 more power?
And I'm going to use it to pick up the one that is slightly farther away from me.
So making me come closer to you?
Yes.
Okay. So that's a good turn for you. She's done. You don't have any... Oh, no, you used your superpower, right? And you just used 1 to pick it up?
I did. And then she takes a wound because she still has bleed.
And she has 3 damage on her?
Yes.
Ooh, okay, so I gotta... Hopefully this will be a turn for Iron Man. So Domino's gonna go. I'm gonna do grenade bounce. It's cool because you can ignore his line of sight. So if you're behind stuff, it just goes around stuff.
All right, that's cool.
And you don't get cover. So if you had cover, you don't get it.
Okay.
It's an energy attack, and it's 4 strength.
Okay.
Again with stupid stealth. So I had to waste an activation to move medium.
All right.
But I'm still holding that objective. I'm still gonna do the same thing.
Okay.
Okay. So This does have Incinerate. I don't have to roll wilds for it. You just get incinerated.
Okay.
After it's resolved, the target character gains Incinerate.
Okay.
And if I get a wild, it has Explosive. Before damage is dealt, other enemy characters within 2 suffer 1 damage. There's no one within 2.
Okay.
And it doesn't target my own too, which is nice.
Yeah. So it's a physical or energy?
Energy.
Okay.
Okay. I'm not shield, unfortunately, so I can't re-roll those. Can I manipulate? No, I didn't roll any shields. You only get to manipulate skulls if I spend power. So, 2 hits. So you still get martial arts because you have it against energy, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you add blanks. Oh.
So that's 3 saves.
What does this thing say on martial arts? You just add...
When this character is defending against physical or energy attacks targeting it from within 2, this character adds blanks in its defense roll to its total successes.
Nice. So you save them all.
Yeah.
Nothing happens. But you do get incinerated. And who had... Does COD have incinerate? No. Winter Soldier has the incinerate, but he's going to lose that because he's dazed.
Yes.
Okay. So, but you get incinerated now.
Oh, okay.
I was worried about trying to take her to drop the hammer. I should have moved over a little bit more to pick up that other one. But I can get Iron Man to do that maybe.
Right.
Okay, so she's done.
Okay. So I activated magic and I just shimmied her around that objective, hopefully keeping as far away from Iron Man as I can get and making him have to use a lot of actions to come get me. And then she's done.
Okay. So my last activation, I am going to do $1 billion punch on Invincible Iron Man against Black Widow.
Okay.
It's free power to do it. It's a 7 strength physical attack, range free. And before damage is dealt, I can place this character 1 inch of the target character. Okay. So we'll do the dice, and then before the damage is resolved, I get to place within 1 inch.
Okay.
And then if I roll a wild and a hit, I get to throw you, if you're size 3, which I think you are, under size 3. You're size 2.
Yes.
Yeah. I can throw you medium.
Okay.
So, 7 dice coming up Black Widow.
All right.
That. 1 critical, so I'd add 1 to the pool. So 1, 2, 3 hits.
All right.
I'm going to use my last power that I have, because I'm shield, to re-roll nothing. So 2, 3 hits. Because I got a wild and hit, I get to throw you medium too.
All right.
And I get, before damage is dealt, I get to place myself within 1 of you.
Okay.
So what's your physical defense?
4.
And then within, you got your martial arts thing, so you had blanks too?
Yes.
Okay. You already saved 2 of them. And you had a blank 3 of them, so you're good. You could, if you wanted to roll the crit, whatever. I don't know if it's going to do anything. No, she's good.
Yep.
But I get to place myself within 1 inch of you, and I get to throw you medium.
Okay.
So I don't want to move off that objective. I just move myself closer to, can I get, you're 1 away. Yeah, I'm just in position to get the hammer too.
Okay.
The one that's already on the floor. And now I'm going to throw you medium. So you had Incinerate, so you would have -1 anyway, but you still had enough to do the defense to save it.
Yep.
And I'm going to throw you into that fist mixer, so you would have took a damage from that. It's just straight up 1 damage.
All right.
And you're not size 3, so it doesn't get destroyed, because that's a size 2.
Okay.
So unfortunately, I'm out of range, just out of range of 1 to pick up that hammer. I have no energy anyway.
All right.
So I have nothing to push me up. I'm just going to do his builder, MK2, against Black Widow, trying to make her be dazed, so you drop the token.
Right.
So it's a 5 strength energy attack. Okay. Oh, there's a crit. So I rolled 3 successes. So if it doesn't do any damage, I still get an energy, and I didn't get a wild, so I can't push you.
Okay.
Okay, so energy attack. You don't get your blank thing now because I'm not within 2.
Nope. And because of Incinerate, she gets 1 less dice. So it's an energy attack, you said?
Yeah.
So she only gets 2.
Oh, but you're next to an objective. That's me not thinking. I threw you into objective to give you cover.
Okay.
So you can modify 1 dice.
So even if I save them both, I would still take 1 and it will kill her because she's on her flip side. And I did save them both, but you did 3.
Yes, I did. So you could modify that to a shield. Because you would modify it because that's what happens with cover.
Yeah.
One goes through. She only has 5 on the flip side?
Yes.
Okay, so she drops her token then. And that's her flip side too, so she's actually out of the game.
She's KO'd. Yep.
She did good though.
She did really good.
Oh, and you get to place a token too, because even though she's off the board, does she still have that? All that matters is a mission?
Yep. When the character would drop an objective token, his controlling player chooses to place where the token.
So she still does that even when she gets KO'd. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can decide where to place that, and she's off the board. Because that was my builder, I gained 1 power, and I'm just out of 1. It sucks I'm just out of range of that one, so I can't pick it up. So that's my team, my activations. And then you have...
I have Gwenpool left.
Yeah.
And I want to keep that objective, so she's not...
If she really wants to, just for... If you're playing Tranquilizer, if you're getting stuff off the board, because you're going to camp that objective anyway, if you just want to lay into Cable for your last 2 actions, because you're going to stay there anyway.
Yeah,
we'll
just try that out.
Because he is on his injured side.
Yep.
And he doesn't have any... The only reason you might want to do that if I had any like retaliation attacks, like if you hit me, I do damage to you, or some people hit back.
Right.
So you wouldn't want to hit him, hit back, and die and then lose.
Absolutely.
But no, he doesn't have anything like that.
Okay.
I have no energy to use my shield. So yeah, you can just lay into him for your last activations if you want.
Okay.
You're doing Bag of Tricks on me?
No, Stabby Swords.
Oh, so that's
her builder.
Oh, nice. You finally get to use your swords?
Yeah, and if I roll a wild, I get Pierce, so I can change one of the defending characters' crits, wilds, or shields results to a blank.
Nice. Okay.
So, 5 dice. Whew.
Did you roll any crits?
No,
but you got 4 hits. Nice. I don't have my telekinetic shield, so I got to roll 3 defense dice. I saved 1, and I can't modify the other one because he's not an Axel Shield member, so I take 3 damage and gain 3 power.
All right.
And you gain 3 power.
So now I'm going to do her big attack because now I have the power to do it. So I'm going to spend 4 power to do this end toward target.
Okay.
So it's going to roll 8 dice. It's an energy attack. After this attack is resolved, the target character gains the Incinerate and Stun special conditions.
Okay.
And then nobody's around him, so Scorched Earth isn't going to apply.
Okay, so now I have the power for it. I am going to put up my shield to add 2 to my defense.
Okay. So 8 dice.
Any crits?
No.
Can you modify dice with Sarah?
So I'm going to use 1 power to use Retcon Powers Activate, to modify one of my dice, because I can only do for each power spent.
Okay.
Do up to 3. So I'm going to take one of these blanks. And I got a wild.
Cool. So how many successes did you get?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. So you would have got the Scorched Earth, but no one's supposed to round 2.
Right.
And I'm going to get, after the attack, so I still get the power, I get Incinerate and Stun.
Okay.
Not going to matter. This is going to be the last activation of the game.
Yeah.
Ooh. Lucky. The Shield I think helped. I would gain 1 more because of my crit. I saved 2. 2 go through.
Yeah.
I have 4. Oh, you got him to 5. You almost dropped him.
Ooh. She was close.
Yep. So that's everyone. And it's pretty close. So we'll see. This might be a tie, or you might push ahead of me now too.
Yeah.
So scoring happens at the same time. So if we both hit 16, the person that has more wins. If we're tied, it actually goes to the next round for the person who gets the first victory point, and then they win.
Okay.
So let's do blues first. You have 1 blue.
Yep.
You have 2 blue. You have 3 blue. Is there 4 blues on it? There's 1 in the middle.
Yes.
I have that one.
Yes.
And I have that one.
Yes.
So I get 2 blues, you get 3. So right now you're in the lead. Now hammers. How many hammers do you have?
I have 2.
So you hit 16, but we'll go past. So you're 16 and now 17. We'll go 17.
Mm-hmm.
I have hammers. How many do I have? I have no hammers. Oh, I had hammers. Are they both on the floor?
Yeah.
I dropped. So no, I don't. And I can't do interrogate. I only got to do that once. That's, I think, better against threats that are weaker. It's easier to interrogate them.
Yeah.
So yeah, you won that one.
Yep.
Nice.
It was really close, though.
Yeah, that's fun. It goes back and forth, which is cool, and stuff like randomness. That's why some people might not like the randomness of the cards and the dice and stuff, but it was cool that Winter Soldier was able to take out magic really fast. But
yeah,
random stuff happens. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, well, and it's all the same, like, because everything attack and defense is all on the same dice. The randomness, even in that way, makes it even cooler.
And it's more the story and the events that happens, like throwing that donut house on top of Black Widow was pretty funny.
Yeah, and then chucking
She actually
Bucky,
dodged some of it too.
chucking Bucky into the vehicle, and then Spider Woman too.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's cool. I like it as a game. I think it's fun.
yeah, it's pretty cool, and different options you can do. It's pretty cool.
Well, and I like the fact that some characters that some people might think are like joke characters, like Gwenpool and Squirrel Girl, are actually really awesome.
Yeah,
and can do some really cool stuff. And yeah, it's nice that you don't necessarily have to take all the same affiliation. If you want to, you can, because it has benefits.
yeah, I want to
But
try it
you can do unaffiliated
yeah.
and just try to synergize stuff off of abilities, which is neat. So I think it's really fun.
Yeah.
If there's anyone that you want us to try out in this game, please let us know, because we're always interested in trying new characters with new abilities to see how they work.
Yep, painting up some of the terrain too. That's going to probably take a bit, but the Sanctum's pretty cool too.
Yeah, I can't believe I still can't get over how big it is.
And then we have the other ones that were in our roster. We have a few other ones too. We're going to try to collect some more soon too.
Yeah. So thanks for coming out. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.